Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, it is mock draft number 3. So without further ado, let's draft the best freaking draft that the 49ers can possibly do. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'm ready to cook. They call me Chef Curry because I'm always in the kitchen. But ladies and gentlemen, enough yapping. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it, man. We are officially in the mock draft database simulator. This mock draft database simulator is not bad, but it's kind of weird sometimes. So without further ado, let's get right into it, man. So Shedeur got drafted first. Jalen Walker got drafted second. Cam Ward got drafted third. Membu fourth. Mason Graham fifth. Will Johnson sixth. Kelvin Banks seventh. Mike Green got drafted eighth. Abdul Carter and then Travis Hunter. So a little bit unrealistic here, but let's see what the Niners have here for options. We got Will Campbell out of LSU, if not the best offensive lineman in this draft. And the thing I don't understand is everyone's saying, oh, Will Campbell has small arms, small arms. But nobody talked about his small arms during college when he was going and he was balling out. No one talked about that. No one mentioned that one bit. I never heard anything about his arms. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. I'm telling you right now, Will Campbell, if he falls to the 49ers and they don't pick him, I will be very, very frustrated. We got other guys like Ashton Jeanty here. Listen, Jeanty is not going to be a guy that the Niners are going to look for. Would I be surprised if the Niners drafted Jeanty? No. Then you got Teteroa McMillan. Listen, the Niners need a wide receiver. Do I think we're going to draft a guy in the first round? No. If we maybe didn't draft Ricky Pearsall last year, then maybe we would. Then we got Tyler Warren, tight end. Don't think tight end is a big need for us. What I like Tyler Warren, yes, because he's a dual threat guy. He can do whatever the hell you want him to do. Put him linebacker, he'll probably be able to play that position. Then you got Shamar Stewart. I've seen people mock Shamar Stewart to the 49ers. And one thing I hate is no, we're not drafting Shamar Stewart, because I swear if the 49ers draft Shamar Stewart, I'll be very disappointed. I understand. The guy has the same build and the same frame. He got the same numbers at the combine like Myles Garrett. But the guy had 1.5 sacks. And I know that in an interview, he's like, oh, sacks aren't everything. Well, yeah, you're an edge. So I hope you get more sacks than 1.5 in your last college year. You had 1.5 sacks. I don't want Shamar Stewart. Yes, he could be very good. Yes, he's good against the run. He's good against the pass. But, man, as a Niners fan, we need sacks. Sack. And Shamar Stewart does not sack. So, no. Michael Williams is good. Jada Barron, whatever. Great quarterback. I think he's the second best cornerback in this draft. You got Colson Loveland, Matthew Golden. I think you got to go Will Campbell. Will Campbell falls. You pick him up. I don't give a crap about arm length, because if the guy can block and he doesn't allow defensive linemen or edges to get around him and he blocks well, who gives a damn? Who cares? Give me Will Campbell, first pick, A+. I'm telling you, people were talking about, oh, but he has short arms. Who cares? Literally, who gives a crap? Who literally gives a crap? Sorry, someone just texted me, but who gives I don't know if you guys heard that little notification, but who cares? Who cares? Okay. Next pick, we got Nick Scorton falling out of the first round. Trey Amos, love that player. Landon Jackson, man. This guy was an absolute dog. Like an absolute dog in the combine. I didn't really know much about him at first. Now I know a lot about the guy. Guy's kind of a demon, but right here, this pick is super easy. I believe the 49ers have met with this guy since they went to Oregon Pro Day and they met him. Derek Harmon, defensive lineman, 6'5", 313 pounds, has great size for the NFL, as you guys can I just listed his height and his weight, and the guy's an absolute dog, right? He's got great size for the NFL, like I said. He has very impressive upper body strength. He could take on blocks with a wide base, and he's got great pad level as well. He's super aggressive. He has great solid arm over move as a pass rusher. He just is great with his arms. I don't know what he does. All these arm moves, I'm very impressed. Only negatives is he does have habits of dropping his hands sometimes. He needs to develop also a counter move to turn when his primary one doesn't work. He's had no major injuries in his college career. I'd be very surprised if he fell to 43. But you never know what happens in the NFL draft. A lot of crazy, spooky things happen. So give me Derek Harmon. I also like Maxwell Harrison. Super fast guy. If the 49ers drafted him, I would not be disappointed. I don't think we need a cornerback, but he's a guy I really like as well. Solid player. We're not going to do any trades. I don't like doing trades. But next, okay, let's see what we got here. Well, Cameron Skatteboo's here. Do we think the Niners are going to draft Scat? Listen, I like Skatteboo, man. A lot of people, I don't know if they don't like Scat. I don't know if it's a weird thing. I like Cameron Skatteboo a lot. Would I be mad if the 49ers drafted Cam Skatteboo? No, I would not be mad. Why? He's another weapon to your offense. Do I think we need another running back? Yeah, but we could definitely do that in the later rounds. You got Harold Fannin Jr. The 49ers met with him as well. You got Jalen Noel. That would be a great pick. I would love that pickup. You got Carson I'm going to really butcher this name. Schwessinger. I think that's how you say his name. Don't know much about him, but man, I understand a lot of people don't like Kyle Lynch drafting a running back in the first round or the third round, I mean. And they usually don't pan out. But Cameron Skatteboo, I'm telling everyone right now, the guy's going to be a lethal running back. He ran a 4.6. He's a big dog. If you need touchdowns in the end zone, if you're in the red zone and you need a big boy to get you that touchdown, you give it back to Cameron Skatteboo. He's a great downfield runner. A lot of people say he's not fast, but when he starts picking up his legs, he could he starts trucking. He'll truck over defenders. He's a dual threat guy. You can freaking throw the ball 40 yards if you want to do a trick play with him. I think for me, I'm going to pick Cameron Skatteboo. I know it gave me a B+, but I like Cameron Skatteboo a lot. The 49ers need a running back, and I know there's a lot of good running backs in this draft. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great running backs in this draft. I just like Cameron Skatteboo the most out of all of them. A lot of people want a fast running back. They want all these guys, but people got to understand that we already have a fast running back in what's his name? Isaac Guerendo. Sorry, I blanked. But now for the 100th pick, it's between these two players right here, Andrew Mukuba and Olufemi Oladejo. Now, if I had to pick a player, if you know me, you know I'm picking Andrew Mukuba 9 out of the 10 times over Oladejo. But I think for the Niners right now, all I'm going to say is Andrew Mukuba is going to be a starting safety in the NFL, and he will be one of the best safeties in the league. I'm telling you right now, I know that guy from being a Texas guy, from watching Texas play. He will be a great safety in this league. I understand everyone's talking about Mukuba's his size. He's not the biggest guy. But the man, yeah, he isn't big, but he plays like he's big. I want you to go watch, if you guys are watching this video, search up Mukuba hit against Georgia quarterback. Go watch that. The guy's an absolute piss missile in the backfield. He is literally Malik Mustafa, but a little bit smaller. Not a little bit smaller, a lot smaller. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think here we gotta go Olufemi Oladejo, just because I feel like the Niners are going to try to give Jair Brown another opportunity, which I wouldn't mind it, because Jair Brown he's good, but he's just not His tackling needs a lot of work, that's for sure. His tackling last year was not good at all. It literally pissed me off a lot of the times. But I mean, Olufemi Oladejo, he's 6'3", 259 pounds. He's a former off-ball linebacker. He's got great versatility, excellent pad level. He's a physical run defender. He's just everything you want in a guy. And I know people were kind of scared of him. I think this guy paired up with Nick Bosa, that would scare defenses away. He's got great confidence. And I heard that he's a leader, that if the 49ers drafted a guy like this, he'd become an automatic leader and an automatic fan favorite. So I'm going to go with Olufemi Oladejo here for that pick. We get another A+. I don't know why that Cam Skattebo pick is a B+, because I usually draft Cam Skattebo a lot of the times, and he's never that low. But now I think this is a pick where we can look into the offensive linemen. We got Jared Wilson. We got Jackson Slater in here as well. I really like Jared Wilson. I also like Jackson Slater. I also really like Jake Majors right here. Jake Majors is a guy that I think he's going to go higher in the draft. Like, I don't know. I feel like everyone kind of is sleeping on him a little bit. But I think we got to go Jared Wilson for the center position here. I wouldn't mind it, man. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, he does a solid job of working off immediate threats to account for pick attempts. He's got good initial quickness. He's got above average body control. He's got great hand placement. He's very good against the run. Only negatives is he does have not great arm length, and he will get pulled into overextensions. But overall, I think he's a guy that if he's here, it's a guy you gotta pick, right? And the Niners, they roll with Jake Brendel next season. We're screwed. I think you got to go with a guy like Jared Wilson here. So that's who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Jared Wilson. That's another A+ pick. Thank you, NFL. Thank you, Mock Draft Database. They know I know ball. They know I know ball. That's it. But now we can look. One player that's sticking out right away is CJ West. I've seen videos of this guy. He's an absolute demon. They also got Terrence Ferguson here and Torrey Horton. But I mean, maybe the Niners should draft. No, this wouldn't be a. Would this be a wide receiver pick? No, this wouldn't. I think it's got to be a CJ West type of pick here. CJ West, 6 feet, 316 pounds. He's an absolute demon. Literally an absolute demon. Yeah, I think this is the guy we got to pick. He's got a twitchy burst. He's literally he's got a bowling ball frame and affords him a good center of gravity. I can't even speak. I'm speaking so much I can't even speak. He's got good punch power and conversion to rollback. Interior blockers. I just think the Niners have to upgrade our defensive line position, and I think if CJ West is at pick 138, you got to go with a guy like that. And because I think our defensive line, like, yeah, our offensive line is weak, but I feel like our defensive line is way weaker. Like, I think right now our offensive line is solved. With picking Will Campbell and picking Jared Wilson, it's already solved. I think our defensive line is what's the weakest point of this team. We can look at wide receivers here. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of wide receivers that I really like on this list. I don't mind Jimmy Horn. He's just really small. Look at linebackers. We got Jeffrey Bassa is still here, but we do have someone that I think the Niners got to pick this guy. And I think it was the SF Niners. If you guys don't follow them, make sure you guys go follow them. Just awesome. I think that's Brad runs that account. He's a GOAT. But for me, I don't want to pass this guy up at 160. I think we got to go with Teddy Buchanan here. I'm not saying Teddy Buchanan could be the next Fred Warner, but I'm saying he could have the potential to be a great player. I made an Instagram reel and I was like, oh yeah, I think Teddy Buchanan could be the next Fred Warner. I was joking, but Teddy Buchanan, big time athlete, posted a 9.77 RAS at 6'2", 233 pounds. He ran like a 4.640. He had a 40-inch vert. He's got a knack for turnovers. I think he had like 5 forced fumbles, 8 interceptions on the year. He's got good closing speed. He's got great movement. He's a very solid tackler. And I feel like for the Niners, D. Winters, he's good, but he's not a great tackler. I think this guy, Teddy Buchanan, could be an immediate contributor on passing downs. So I think for me, we got to go with Teddy Buchanan here. They're going to give me a bad grade. Oh, no, they gave me a B+. That's not bad. But I think it's got to be Teddy Buchanan. I love Teddy Buchanan. He's just a great player. And it's a guy the Niners could 100% use. Now, oh, see, this is where the picks get a little bit weird. Now, one guy that pops out to my mind right away is Noah Williams. Great cornerback. And the Niners kind of need cornerback depth. Like if we think about it, the Niners only have 2 good corners. Like we don't have we have great corners, but we don't have like a solid 3. We don't have a guy that if a guy gets injured, a guy could come in and just be that type of player. But I think for Noah Williams, he's a 5th-year senior from California. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. He's got 14 interceptions in his career, 25 pass deflections. He does a great job of applying man coverage for extended coverage. He's physical at the line of scrimmage. He's able to track the ball well, and he's not afraid to go against an opposing team's number one. And we all have a guy. We all know a guy on the Niners that isn't afraid of anyone, and that's Deommodore Lenoir. So I think right here, I think Noah Williams would fit very well into the 49ers scheme on defense with Robert Saleh. I really like Noah Williams. I feel like that pick would be chef's kiss. It'd be chef's kiss if we picked him. I like that pick a lot. Now, what pick are we on? We're on 227. Okay. I think we're cooking right now. I think we are absolutely cooking. This is a great draft so far. We addressed the offensive line. We have addressed the edge. We addressed defensive line. We're like, this is a perfect draft. This is a perfect draft. We addressed the cornerback position. We addressed the linebacker position. And of course, we didn't address every position because you're not just going to hit on every single one of these picks. Like, oh, maybe, hey, John Lynch, hook me up with the job and I got you, buddy. I'll cook for you guys. Next. Okay. Well, I think there's one guy right here, Cam Jackson, defensive line. How many defensive lines have we drafted? We've drafted only 2. I think this would be our last guy. Cam Jackson is a great run stopper, and that's what the 49ers need. I think right here it's got to be Cam Jackson. The 49ers against the run last year were just not good enough. We got like guys like James Conner, guy Cardinals running back. I think that's his name. Yes. I'm blanking. Just had a brain fart. But Cam Jackson is a guy, if you need stops on the run, you put him in there. He's going to get them for you. Give me Cam Jackson right here from Florida. He's a big boy, big body. And against the run, you do not want to see Cam Jackson, Derek Harmon on that defensive line, or you are probably going to be pooping your pants. I'm telling you right now. Now, right here, we have more picks. Okay. Now, ooh. See, this is where the draft gets hard for me because it's like, there's just there's some players that I like, and I'm like, okay, I like this guy. I like this guy. Oh, I like this guy. But who should the Niners go for here? Now, kicker, Andres Bogares. Oh, there's a new best kicker, Ben Sauls. Never seen this guy before. Quarterback, we got Seth. Oh, we got Taylor Algrima. I think this guy's from Canada, which I'm from Canada, which let's go, baby. Canada. I think here, geez, this draft is so good. We drafted so good. This draft is incredible. I'm not gonna lie. This is a great draft. Like this draft is freaking incredible. But for me, I think we've got to go. Like we drafted an offensive line and we drafted a center. Like I think for me here, we might have to go. I think the Niners need edge depth, But it's just like I like Jaw Joner, but it's like we already drafted an edge. Why would we draft another one? You know what I mean? And we might resign Utergos Matos. So I think we're here, man. I'm just gonna add more defensive line depth. I don't think that's a bad idea. Like I think the Niners, we have no we have no defensive line depth, and I think that's kind of what's killing us a little bit. I think Riley Mills is a good player, 6'5", 291 pounds. He's got good size for the NFL. He can stack and shed. He's got impressive upper body strength. He's got pretty good rip and swim moves. Like he's good. So I think the Niners should go with Riley Mills here. I don't think he'd fall to 249. But now for this pick, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun on this pick. I'm gonna go with Jimmy Horn Jr. here. I feel like Jimmy Horn Jr. is I feel like he has the potential to be really good. I think in his draft combine, he balled out. Like I saw him catching. I think it's like that drill when they run in the straight line and they catch the ball. I forget what that drill's called, but it's just where you run in the straight line. You have like and you just catch the ball. Like he looked really, really good. He's a dynamic wide receiver. The thing about him is he's really small. He's 5'7", 171 pounds, and I know we already have a Jacob Cowing, but I just think the Niners, why not use another speedy guy like him, right? He's very fast for his size. He's got a great change of direction. He can be valuable in a trick play situation, any trick play. He's scrappy. He's in his college tape when I watched it. He had a lot of like holy crap plays. And his yards after catch should be a very serious concern for defenses. So I think for me right here, I'm going to go with Jimmy Horn. I don't know what they're going to give me. They gave me a B. Now, that's our draft. That is our draft. I think I honestly cooked. Will Campbell to start off. Then we drafted Derek Harmon, Cameron Scattaboo, Olafwemi Oladejo, Jared Wilson, CJ West, Teddy Buchanan, Noah Williams, Cam Jackson, Riley Mills, Jimmy Horn Jr. We solved all the 49ers problems in this mock draft 3.0. I think I honestly cooked. Let me know what you guys think down below. Give this draft a rating out of 10. I would give it a 9. I would give it a 9. I would give it a 10, but you know what? I don't want to give it a 10 because I don't want to be too cocky in myself. So make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot of mock drafts leading up to this huge NFL draft for the San Francisco 49ers. So make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Maj, and I'm out, man. Peace.